And
Hello.
group में
Yeah, please. Yeah,
hello
please get
and
started. Yeah.
yes, it started, sir. We are live. We are live.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hello and welcome to the another episode of Crick Chatter Live. Today we have our main guest Shyam Sir, who has well, he doesn't need introduction. Still, I'm just giving the introduction that he is having the experience of 2 decades plus in sports journalism. Come on, amazing, and we are really thankful to Shyam Sir that he has given his precious time to go live with us. Thank you, Shyam Sir, to joining us.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for the nice words.
Yeah, thank you, sir. And we have with us again our own Nikhil Bhai and Vallabh. And who doesn't know Nikhil Bhai? He is like a fantasy king. So, quite
गए वो
obvious.
दिन गए वो दिन
Vallabh, can you reply to the WhatsApp group in that to Karthik? Because I cannot get out of that. Okay, fine. He may join. Just say whoever wants to join, they can join. Next 2-3 minutes. No problem. ठीक है. So I think first of all, congratulations to all of us for India's victory. That I think people were scared, and Shyam Sir and myself had already had a lots of discussion on Twitter, DMs on this. So I'm starting the question from Shyam Sir. Shyam Sir, what do you think exactly of this victory? Did you were? I know we had a discussion, and you said no, we are going to win anyway because 300 runs on a day 4 pitch, and especially in India, it's not that easy to go ahead with. Whether you are Bazball or you are using good mindset or etc. mindset, doesn't matter. That around 390 plus runs are the huge tension. So Shyam sir, can you please give your inputs on that? That what did you even thought about it that India is not going to win the match or somewhere down the line we may lose, or you were 100%
No, no,
sure
no, no.
that India going
I
to
never
win?
had that. No, no. I told you yesterday also. No,
Yes,
England
yes,
won't even
yes,
come close. I
yes.
said it, the
But
target was too
but
big
the
actually.
final result not even come closer, sir.
No, see if maybe Root had played a better innings or had showed little more patience, things would have been different.
Yeah, but again they had to play the baseball, na. That
No,
name
no.
has it's
That
there
is
because even we saw the way Hartley played.
uh, no. Basketball is okay, but at sometimes you have to play with some common sense also. No.
Absolutely, absolutely,
Yeah. See,
absolutely.
they could have made. They could have even got closer. Actually, if someone had stuck around for more time.
Absolutely, sir.
Yeah.
So, so my the same question to Nikhil Bhai also. Nikhil Bhai, please share your thought exactly. Did you even thought about the same that India may lose the match?
See, not about losing the match, but I don't think it was as straightforward. Not when Crawley and Ryan Ahmed were finding the fence very easily, or not when Pope was finding the fence easily. Uh, with Root, you felt he was in a hurry. Maybe that hurry was because of the injury that he knew okay, if he continues to bat normally, maybe he will get a ball that he'll look to defend and not score runs. So he said, I would rather go down swinging, and if I'm able to get on the 5-10 boundaries, it will put that much more pressure on India. And whether we think India would have lost or not, Tom Hartley and England were 7 down, 220 odd, and you only had a slip in place, along with a forward shot that was very deep. So if there was ever any doubt, so yes, I think even Indian team was worried in that sense that they were worried that they are getting too many boundaries, and that is something that they kept getting. So you still needed a Bumrah to again come back and finish it off for you. So again, the margin of victory is still only 106 runs. So that, as Shams also mentioned, had
106 was a huge run margin, huge run margin.
it is huge, but again, it looks huge after a point of time. जब क्रॉली और रेहान एबन मार रहे थे तो इट डिड नॉट फील कि you will and see when you look about 399, the problem here is not baseball. The problem is the pitch was that good. It did not deteriorate. So the credit would also have to be given to the pitch, that the pitch was so good that even Tom Hartley, so and everybody was able to survive. So the ball wasn't doing that much. So that is also a reason to think that again, it is not to say that they would have changed, but they could have come close. So and it is good. I think India needed this win, and the 10 days gap is a good time to reflect that three individuals along with a mini individual in Ashwin, they had a great game. But the rest, they have to do a lot more because this England team has scared you, and there are enough lessons. And now that the team will only get stronger, it should get better, hopefully.
So my question to Vallabh here, ki Vallabh, what do you think exactly the role of Bumrah in today's match? Because we thought Ashwin will take 10 wickets, Akshar will do amazing as Akshar did last series against England. But the hero has come. See, the best part was that man of the match was Bumrah, not the double centurion or XYZ. So, what do you think exactly that how Bumrah became such a great player within a span of 3 to 4 years? So, what do you think exactly his impact in this match as a bowler? We all know that yes, how good he is, but again, the way he changed, especially in few year, like every ball is challenging the players. What exactly your thing on your take on our boom ball to the Bazball?
Yeah, so basically, whenever somebody says it's an Indian home series, so the first names we get into the mind are Ashwin and Jadeja, right? So we even in the previews discussions, we thought who is next, who is coming up. We discussed ki Ashwin will take 500 wickets, Akshar will take this many wickets, Jadeja will take this many wickets, but we never came to Bumrah, not even a fast bowler, not even discussing in India setup or England setup. When you talk about Bumrah, it's not only Bumrah who has performed the match well, but Anderson also performed quite well. Anderson also had quite good effect on the game, and same with Bumrah. So the pitch was doing nothing, as Nikhil Bhai said, but it was good when you extract something from it. Bumrah was consistently hitting the right lines. Bumrah was asking questions to the players, and he got response in the form of wickets. Bumrah has performed exceptionally well. When you see the wicket of Ollie Pope yesterday, it is match-changing wicket, you know. And as talking about Bumrah, also last match when we were discussing about the review of India's first match, we were very reluctant on the fielding. Like we were very sad about India's fielding. Today's Today the effort of fielding has converted into India's favor.
True.
Right. So Shreyas Iyengar's two important movements in the field has turned the favor into India's game. And our bowlers have completely capitalized onto it. When you ask Bumrah for past 2 3 years, he we talk about only his overseas performance, like he had the five wicket there and all. But India, when pitch was doing nothing, he was hitting the right lens, he was asking questions, and he got the answers in the form of wickets.
True.
Beautiful bowling. And on the other hand, one more pacer, Mukesh Kumar, has been doing nothing. Matlab, he was not getting anything from the pitch. That's what experience gets you. That's what experience gets in the form of Bumrah. Bumrah not only learned so many things in short span of time, he has improved. See, he's just around 29 years of age, man. Like, see, he has learned very quickly. The amount of effort he puts in his sessions, amount of effort he puts in the practice, the amount of rise he got is just because of his hard work. Injury has been part of his game. Fine. He came out of injuries, he struggled hard. He told that how many injuries I have, I'm not changing my bowling action. I'm sticking to my action. I'm hitting my right lens. I'm getting the wickets.
Absolutely, Vallabh. So, Vallabh, thank you for your conclusion on Bumrah, and we all been. And one more thing was there that and regarding Anderson, I think we told last time also in a preview, in review of the first match, that if Anderson would have been played ahead of Wood in the first Test match, India might have been not even crossed that 400 runs because
Yep.
Wood was just as Siraj, the way Siraj played the first Test match. Although England won the match, but again come to Shyam Sir. When Shyam Sir is there with us, why not take the leverage of his experience? So Shyam Sir, you please share about the the second test review as per you. What has gone good for India? We all know what all gone like boom, India's fielding, understood. But overall, what do you think exactly? What India has changed from first test to second test? Because pitch also didn't help. Nobody can say that pitch was turning, pitch was looking bad, etc. So, what do you think? What is your verdict on the pitch? What is your verdict on the overall second test match?
Yeah, very good pitch actually. Held firm for 4 days, and maybe even if it had gone for the fifth day, it would have been a good one, good track. Our biggest plus, I think, is Gill finding his form, because he has been under a lot of scrutiny actually, and he's somehow managed to deliver, which is good for the team going forward. Hope he
And
continues to do well. That is a big thing now. It shouldn't be
so,
one
sir,
off.
when
And
that's
yeah,
true. Apart from that, if you take the 5 pointers out of this test and get into the third test, because third test we know what going to happen. Sir,
yeah.
sir, what is the status of Virat Kohli? Because when you
Nobody
are with us,
knows.
we can take the leverage out of it to know.
Actually, see, it's being so personal. It's a personal thing. I
I
don't
know,
know
I know.
what
I'm just
what.
saying as a cricket prospect
Yeah,
that
but we don't know what actually has happened to him, and he's not made any big statement about whether he's coming back quickly or not. So let us see. Maybe in the next 1 or 2 days, we will get some clarity on that.
yes, sir.
So
So,
his
so
his
we
presence will be very crucial to the lineup. No?
yes, we will come back to that. We'll come back to you on that third test part because we have Kartik Kannan joined us. Welcome, Kartik sir. 12th Army, 12th Indian Army, or whatever we are. We said to ourselves, but whatever. I'm
यार
sorry.
तू
Sorry,
मेरे
I'm
साथ
also part of
ती,
that same army. I'm also part of that
ती,
same
तीन
army, and I
एपिसोड तूने शूट किया था फिर भी तेरे को याद नहीं आ रहा है
Saurabh Bhai doesn't. Saurabh Bhai is like मैं ऐसा ही है. Take it or leave it.
Right. And also hello to Shyam. It's the first time I'm actually seeing him. I think we've exchanged a couple of notes on Twitter sometime around the India Sri Lanka series. And Shyam, are you going in one of the Chengalpette bound locals? I'm not sure if you're able to hear, but I heard the word Chengalpette, so I think it's somewhere in Chennai. Okay, maybe you're not able to hear. I can understand you're traveling on the train. Sure.
So it's an amazing that Shyam Sir has joined us from the see that's the passion I still love about the Shyam Sir, because when I asked him to join us, he said yes, of course I will join you guys, and he joined. He kept his promise. I'm really thankful to Shyam Sir on this.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, he was just being
Sorry,
thankful to you joining.
voice is actually breaking. I don't know why. Just taken the local train.
Yes. Okay. So Karthik, what do you think exactly? What do you think about the we were just discussing about the second test match, that how the what all India have made the changes from the first test to second test, because second test pitch is also now England team even cannot cry upon that it's a first day turning, or somebody spinner took like 9 wickets, 10 wickets, or 15 wickets, where the boom has taken the 9 wickets and won the match, India won the match. And it might be the one of the matches and the man of the match where you have a double centurion who really who scored more than 50% run for his team, and then second innings you have a very crucial century by the Prince, and there is a person who exactly scored few runs and did brilliant run outs. But again, we got a man of the match as a boom. So what exactly the Indian team has done the changes from the first to second test as per you?
See, having gone to both these games in Hyderabad as well as Vizag on the weekend, I can see one thing. See, there are a lot of similarities. One is the wicket because I remember this ball on Sunday, the day we lost in Hyderabad. Bumrah bowling into Rehan Ahmed, and the ball is just trying to sit there. He's very easily able to defend. So in Hyderabad, you were not seeing balls that were spitting until day four, and these are wickets that have largely retained its character on day one, day two, day three, except for the odd ball coming low or high. The wickets are fairly easy to bat. Fall shots are very tough to go and create. But having said that, the changes that India probably made were that they realized that they would have to um, value their wickets a little bit and not throw it away, but they still did that in the first innings. And a lot of the real change happened in maybe the mentality of the way Yashasvi Jaiswal played, where he was attacking and at the same time he was able to carry forth through the day. He was able to play a much longer innings and just sustain that whole ferociousness of the way he in fact went from 194 to 200. So I think while India have definitely improved in the way they have wanted to value their wickets, because in the first innings in Hyderabad they didn't. Some of the shots, for example, I remember when KL Rahul got out to Rehan Ahmed, there were three fielders combing on the boundary, and it was more an ego issue for both Shreyas Iyer as well as KL Rahul when they hold out. So when they are in good form, and it's easy to get first innings runs, the same 20, 30 runs in the first innings would have been worth its weight in gold in the second, because Ashwin would not have had to, step out, do that shot. Neither would Siraj have to go do that. So those extra 20, 30 runs is where the margin is. And I'm sure someone with the team management like we have told the team to make use of, make hay while the sun shines. So that way, I think India has capitalized on the fact and not, let runs go waste. I like the way Akshar Patel also played yesterday. He did not, have make some of the mistakes that he did in the first innings, where he was batting well and he didn't throw it away. So that way, I'm happy that India hasn't thrown away. Their tail has slightly put a price on their wickets than earlier. That has helped India, stay ahead. Though in both the test matches, at the end of 3 days, if you say who would be the winner, the answer would unanimously be India. But yeah, we sometimes treat it to like once in a lifetime innings. And I remember when the lead was 190, a part of me, which is always rewinding matches, I was thinking of the 192 run lead that we had in Gaul, and then Dinesh Chandimal played that knock because Olipop was just starting to score, and I was just getting feared that this might be a similar performance to Gaul, where we just crumbled to Rangana Herod's left arm spin. Unfortunately, some nightmares come true again. So it's this time with Hartley. But I think the this time, even the second innings, given India was not batting third, the biggest difference was India was batting first and the first innings and the
Third.
third innings. If they were to bat the second and the fourth innings, I'm still not sure whether their current approach would have saved them. That's just my perception. Because I don't know if they've done enough. See, that's just you two test matches you're playing back to back. You finish one test match on Sunday, you're back again to the next test match on Friday, Thursday, Friday, whenever the match started on Friday. So you can't really alter your technique so much there. But my only fear is if on any of these wickets where the team batting in the fourth innings, unless and until they have a defined game plan. India's game plan is built on caution. England's game plan is built on taking the pitch out of the equation, trying to attack, and sometimes attack too much. So would India have had the same approach, trying to chase down 400? I'm not too sure.
But again, when you talk about the 7 days, what the changes has happened and they can change their stances or the play or not. I think Shyam Sir also has followed the game very follow the games very closely as he is a sports journalist. But last time when Devasis was there with us in the live in a preview, as well as Syed was there, they also told us that Indian players from the ground zero were trying reverse sweep and the sweep a lot, which they didn't do for the first test match as per them. Now, my concern here that I doubt we have changed a lot because we keep throwing the wickets in the second test also, which and the way Ashwin has played. There is a question from Shyam sir. Can you hear us?
I think his video is frozen. Probably
I think, yeah, might be.
traveling on the train.
Yeah. Shyam sir, can you hear us? Audible? Okay. Um, Meanwhile, Nikhil bhai, just let me know one thing. Why there is a small controversy regarding Ashwin, right? 2962 balls. What was that controversy has been made? Or because so many people said it's a not at all innings he should have been played, or etc etc etc. So what exactly your take on that controversy out of, I think nowhere we have got the controversy out of nowhere. But again, the way Ravi Sastry said, the way Michael, I think KP's told, they discuss a lot about it. So what do you think about it? What is your point of view on this?
See, it's not controversial. It's just a way to play, and you can have both sides of the coin depending on, as Karthik rightly put it. India's game plan is based on caution. We fear a lot. England doesn't fear. So KP is like, you are playing 40 balls. I would rather try and get out trying to score those 20 balls in those 25 35 balls. India's plan is, let me bat 60 70 balls and let me see how much I can get out of that. So it's a completely different contrasting approach.
Mindsets.
It's just a mindset bit, and it's not right or wrong. It's how you want to play, and you just staying true to how you want to play. Now, the only bit where it got a bit, I don't know, controversial is, we heard on air that Ashwin suggestively said to Kuldeep to play shots. And then Kuldeep gets out playing a shot. And then Ashwin is defending. And he is then not trusting Bumrah to survive. So then you see, the point here is, now you don't know, you are only guessing. That okay, if the plan is for Kuldeep to attack and Ashwin to play deep, normally you would feel that okay, it will be Bumrah then who will attack and Ashwin will take care, or it will be Ashwin who will try and take the risk while Bumrah just has to play one or two balls. But then Ashwin is farming strike of the very first ball or second ball, and he's like, okay, now I don't want to give a single. So then those are just moments where you feel that okay, even they are kind of figuring out that what is the best way to go about it, and uh, the logic that everybody had was that they are waiting for the pitch to deteriorate. I felt the pitch never showed any signs of deterioration. So I
Absolutely.
don't know apart from the few balls that kept low. Probably Aksar is the only one who got out to a ball that kept low. So apart from that, you didn't see enough to feel okay, 15, 20 more balls and this will start to break up. It did not happen. And my biggest bit is, it wasn't day 4. It is day 3. There is a lot of time left. And England is the last team that cares about time. Anderson was very true to his words. He's like,
What,
we have
70 overs? Yes.
we have 180
What
overs.
was it?
We'll try and see it. See, what you have to take out from that is, how they are going to approach. So what was the best way possible for India? Now you can say both the things, that okay, India played for some time, which is okay, great. You spend some time. Now it's up to you whether you want 20 runs out of that or 30 runs out of that. Because what has clearly affected India is, they need that cushion of runs. Because
Yes.
just as we discussed a while back, even today, even with Tom Hartley batting, you did not have 3, 4 people crowding him. And when is the last time when you see that, if you, as I said, 100 runs is a lot of margin, right? So if it is a lot of margin, why don't we have a short leg, a silly point, a leg slip, and try and create that mistake? It's because we
That's
are also very, very conscious that
that's not the
we need that cushion
the
of runs.
mindset is as good as the captain's mind, because
See, I'll not just put it down to captain also, because it's very easy to blame it on the captain.
no,
But
not
if you
blaming.
see,
I'm talking about. No,
no,
I'm
no,
talking
it's
about.
like reflecting. The point that I'm trying to make is, Bazball is testing every opposite captain. Whether it is Pat Cummins, whether it is Babar Azam. Australian commentator Ricky Ponting was furious when Pat Cummins had a deep point, very first day. But if you ask me, if Mukesh Kumar had a deep point in the very first over, all of us would be screaming our lungs out, ki kya defensive cap. But to be honest, that's the only way to keep Mukesh in the game. So that is something that I feel the team needs to start to accept, that okay, England is trying to put us under pressure. Now we need to find a way that how will we keep them quiet and make them play to the tone that we want to play. So that is why when you see KP going away, hard, Ravi Shastri also saying yes, we need runs. this is basically telling us that England is deciding how you should bat, how you should bowl, what should your fields be, and that I think is a win for England in their mind, which we will definitely hear about the moral victory part. But the
Yeah.
point here is, how do India find a way? Okay, see, everybody is not Bumrah. Everybody
But
can't come and bowl the right length,
we
right
have a
stretch.
related to that. We have a question. So I
Yeah,
want.
I'll just wrap that up that
Uh,
point, because you see at this point of time it's only Bumrah who seems to have the answer to Bazball,
yes.
because Ashwin, Akshar, Jadeja, they all went for runs when they bowled, and it's very rare that you see a side that has inexperienced spinners. They have better numbers as compared to at home, and it's unimaginable that something like this can happen. But it is
True.
just telling you that England is putting India under pressure, and now let's see how India responds, and which is why this win was very very crucial, just to have that confidence that you can't be go too defensive. So let's see how that works out.
Super. So Shyam sir, can you? We are audible to you, or
That's not bad, but I think the signal isn't very good. Yeah, as I'm just
oh,
traveling in the train.
but again we can hear you. So I have a
Yeah, yeah,
question for you because
yeah.
Mr. Pranav asked a question that did we miss Jadeja the batter or the bowler in this test?
I think a bit of both.
Okay.
I think a bit, yeah, because he can really play some game-changing innings if he's in the mood. That is, and as a bowler, he's street side of even Kuldeep Yadav and Akshar Patel good together. He can just run through a side once he falls into that groove kind of thing. So
And
maybe we,
he played really good in the flat pitches. That's the
yeah,
amazing part.
he he gives a lot of control to the captain. No, he doesn't allow the batsman to get away, and also he one more thing is that he he gets through his overs very quickly, puts the opposition batsman under a lot of pressure. So his
Absolutely.
absence is a very big miss actually.
True, 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 true. So in the same time, I have a question for Vallabh also. Ki Vallabh, what do you think exactly? The same question.
Thank you. Yeah,
As per
so
Shyam sir, we missed overall Jadeja.
so basically, when you talk about that, no, we actually thought it's going to be Washi the replacement, not Kuldeep, but it was Kuldeep because of the spin, the left arm spin orthodox, which England may struggle to play, and Kuldeep has performed quite well with the ball. But yeah, as Samshar said, it's evident that we missed Jadeja the batter more than the bowler, because we had two options in Akshar and Jadeja both. I understood Akshar played well. Akshar has played the role of Jadeja, which Jadeja usually does. He came before Bharat. He played good innings, which Jadeja usually does. But if we had Jadeja the batter, then I guess we could have posted a more good score. And yeah, I don't think we have missed Jadeja bowler much, but the batsman we have definitely missed.
But in my point of view, I think Jadeja, the bowler, what I have seen him, and per is my personal thought, that he did to take wickets when exactly ball the wicket is not turning a lot. When he's turning and all something like that, he's a great. But on a flat pitches also, in Indian flat pitches, I'm talking about where the
Yeah.
turn is there, he did amazingly. Chahe wo Ranchi ka test match, if I'm not wrong, where he took 7 wickets against Australia and won the match for India single-handedly. But in these situations, I think he does much better. So we miss actually Jadeja a lot. And then I think Karthik has left because Karthik has, I think, some work and he has left. But again, yes, overall, what I can say here, ki Karthik, when you're leaving, are you leaving or you're staying here in live for another 5 10 minutes?
5 minutes, 5 minutes, yes.
Okay. So I'm giving you that 5 minutes. Please tell me what would be your team selection for the third test match because Shyam sir, I already poked Shyam sir like 10 times on a Twitter. And he refrained himself saying anything. He said no. There is a personal thing. There's a this thing. There's a that thing. And the best part of our conversation was We wanted Gill and Shreyas to go to the first class, and by the end of the match, the way he fielded, again we know that what going to happen, that they're going to be retained. Same
Right.
condition with your Bharat, but I think Bharat should be changed. I'm 100% sure. In my point, what do you think exactly the third Test match team, and what the I think the next three Test match team will be announced in next 1 or 2 days time. Shyam Sir will say a little bit more because he has the proper information. What do you think exactly? What the changes you wanted to see?
Right. Let me go over the batting positions. I don't think Rohit Sharma is about to drop himself yet. So we will have Rohit Sharma and Jaiswal opening. And given the Indian team management's general habits, like even if you had an out of form Pujara or somebody like Rahane, who was for most part of 2017 to 21 sans the Boxing Day Test match, pretty much out of form when you were not playing some of the minnow countries. But we retained him because we believed that he was part of the team or the team unit, the core unit. So I don't think India will drop Shreyas Iyer just because there have been 5 or 6 test matches where he's not performed well. They obviously see him as the future, but having Shreyas Iyer for Rajkot depends on a couple of things. If it's going to be a very result-oriented wicket, like if India decides to prepare a result-oriented wicket, which finishes in 3 days, then Shreyas Iyer being there or not being there, doesn't make a difference because you're not going to get more than 20, 30 runs um, when the wicket is slightly dicey. But if it's going to be one of those run fests that we usually associate Rajkot with, especially in white ball cricket, um, I'm not sure. Dropping Shreyas Iyer will help because on a wicket like that, if he's able to find his form, then it just bodes good for the team because Shreyas Iyer is anyway seen as part. So I wouldn't tinker much with the current 11. So I would have Shreyas Iyer depending on what the surface is looking like, and I think Rahul Dravid or the team management will get an understanding of that closer to time. Once they go to Rajkot, it's still like for 10 days before the next test match begins. And so for me, I think it'll largely be the same. But the question is, for somebody like Mukesh, do you feel that you need two pacers to bowl overs out and spinners are going to be your mainstay? Depends on what the narrative is. Because I think I heard a comment from Paras Mamre and I think in one of our groups saying that they largely kept Mukesh for the, once the ball reverses, they wanted to have that option. So the question is, would somebody like Mukesh be a good test or experiment, or is it better to have an insurance and then go for another spinner in Washington Sundar, who can maybe reduce the amount of load that somebody like Ashwin or the others can have, and also add a bit to the batting, which is a like for like replacement. But ideally, I don't think the team management also consider. I don't know if KL Rahul is back from injury, his quadricep injury, whether he's back. But I don't think they are looking at him, at least in the longer format, to keep wickets in India because they believe that on Indian wickets you need a little bit more skill. So that's why they've gone for KS Bharat, but he had a slightly off test match where he wasn't collecting the ball as well, that which is his primary role and responsibility. I I'm curious to see if you want to change KS Bharat for Dhruv Jurel, but to hand over a debut in the midst of a series where at least KS Bharat understands certain amount of pressure. He's faced
Same
these
question I
bowlers.
have for you from Pranav. Pranav asked this question.
Mhm.
Pranav asked a question that should we drop KSB?
I think it will be unfair on KS Bharat. He's your next big choice. And if you look at it, Rishabh Pant is your first order, is your first choice wicketkeeper. Then you have Ishan Kishan. Then you have KL Rahul. And then you have in the pecking order the KS Bharat. If you're basically trying to get a fifth level or a fifth choice player in the side, that is not the biggest problem you want to go and solve. I know KS Bharat has dropped. He's scoring his cute 20s and 30s. But I think whatever you want of him
It
as a
is not
wicket
cute
keeper,
for sure.
cute in the sense, I mean, he's playing shots. I like some of his shots that he played. The six that he came and hit, towards the end of first day. It showed that something in Vizag had spurred him on because wherever I'm walking in Vizag, I'm seeing only a KS Bharat poster. I
They
don't
wanted
think
to give
I've
him the farewell, na?
That's what I tweeted, saying why are there so many posters out of KS Bharat? It looks like it's his farewell test match. I get the feeling, everywhere there is a stat saying he's the first wicketkeeper to score a 300. The last time I saw each poster having a stat was Sachin Tendulkar in Wankhede, where each 100 was talked about. So KS Bharat has that larger than life persona. Even the guy sitting next to me used to play with KS Bharat. I mean, I was sitting in one of the got lucky
Corporate
with one of
box.
the corporate box seat tickets. The guy sitting next to me was KS Bharat's childhood friend. He had come to Vizag. He's from Bangalore, software guy. Come to Vizag to watch KS Bharat. I don't know where
अब
he
फिर
got
हर
the
किसी की
ticket from.
किस्मत कॉर्पोरेट बॉक्स की थोड़ी होती है, वहां बैठोगे तो ऐसे ही लोगों से मिलोगे ना, कहाँ हम जैसे लोगों से मिलोगे.
Yeah, hardly lucky. This is far from lucky.
No, no, not far from lucky. I would not say exactly how he got it, but it's okay. Very good thing, because ultimately Karthik
I'm
has
like that
watched.
guy. I am like Leonardo DiCaprio in Titanic. The night before the Titanic, Leonardo DiCaprio was sleeping under a tunnel. I was in Chennai on Thursday night, not even sure about going to Vizag. I had booked this ticket a long time back, which was a refundable ticket. I had in fact gone to a hospital because ClearTrip has an offer where if you submit medical proof, everything will be refunded. I wanted to go get a medical certificate. Then my work in
So
Chennai
guys
got over.
see, exactly how people does scam here.
Yeah, ClearTrip has an offer, so you can actually do that if you give a medical certificate. And then Friday afternoon, I was feeling better, and I said, okay, fine, I'll go there. It's anyway. I also wanted to go meet some of my family members who stay there, and since he's a very fairly big person he's a joint collector in Vizag. He's my cousin's son. He had tickets, so. And once I saw the tickets, I said, okay, I'll call all of the 12th Man Army members, whoever is there in Vizag, saying, come into the corporate box.
See,
Great gesture.
see,
Great
you would have
gesture.
been told us. I would have been come through the bus.
Nah, you could have come.
And Vallabh also could have been gone. Come on. Anyways,
Right,
but again, what
some
the
things
thing
are
is, so
very last minute. So yeah,
last
I
minute.
think so. So yeah, some of my
So
changes. I
you're
think
not
my
seeing
only
any kind of
change,
changes in the third test match, right? Because
my only again. So I'm not sure
the
about this.
KL is mostly KL is coming by what I heard. Virat Kohli, we don't have any kind of clarity. That's why the reason I wanted to ask Shyam Sir, because he has that. I know he has that internal news, but again, by the ethics of his own choice, he won't say us. We all respect that. Absolutely, we respect that. But don't you think exactly that when the Kohli and KL will be back, then who will be dropped? Because Patidar didn't
Okay,
play that bad.
right.
Both
So
the
see,
innings, he looks very
if
good.
you're talking about a forced change because KL is back, obviously
It's
somebody
a
like
planned change and the forced change. No, I would say that the second test was the forced change. Third test will be the normal.
right, if KL Rahul is coming back and his injury, obviously it's very clear that Rajat Patidar would, move. They've given him the opportunity. He's played a test match, looked as fluent as Rahane in some of his, the way some of his pulls and batting was done. But I'm sure Rajat Patidar will make way. And if it's a good batting wicket, they will definitely want Shreyas Iyer to get back into form because he's part of the setup for a while. Also part of the team also views him as a leader because he's been appointed as a leader for Kolkata Knight Riders after partially getting that opportunity with Delhi Capitals. I mean, generally leadership is how they see him. So fairly important guy. Just on the basis of 5 6 test matches, you don't want to, mess around with a player of his caliber. So I wouldn't make any changes in the batting order except for this forced change if KL Rahul is coming back. On the bowling bit, if you want to give Mukesh a slightly bigger run in home test matches, and I see the Indian team usually does it, where even if I read Coach Sridhar's book, it spoke about how Shastri and the management, thought about certain decisions. So if we are optimizing, we obviously everyone thinks that hey, Washington Sundar is a far better choice, and why do you even need somebody like Mukesh? Because it's a like for like, potentially like for like replacement like Jadeja for batting and for bowling. But depends what the team management is thinking. If they are wanting to give Mukesh some more time, confidence. I was actually being very sarcastic and rude with my friends. I was saying Mukesh playing is like a Manrega employment scheme. They are somehow trying to basically make sure that he gets a few overs under his belt because whenever he came on to bowl, we felt that हमारे पास मुकेश हैं, England के पास I think their option where they were also leaking runs was Rehan. But after seeing Rehan's video with Shane Warne on Twitter, I think I don't know if you guys caught that video. It's basically Shane Warne trying to mentor Rehan when he was about 13 years old.
Yeah.
So suddenly I've developed a little more soft corner for Rehan, also with his Nighthawk style. So I'm not going to make too many changes unless KL Rahul is coming back. Depends on the team management. Whether you should have Mukesh, because Mukesh is also seen as, if Bumrah is tired, a pacer is required, you at least have an option. With Washington Sundar, you won't have that option.
So if
So on a
if KSB is not playing on a third test, the question will go to Vallabh and Nikhil also. But again, you said that you're going to leave. So just the last question: if KSB is, if I'm just talking the if because the future, not the past, I'm talking about. So because I don't talk about the past as a if and but, I don't believe in that. But in the same side, we still can say if KSB is not picked, or picked also, Jurel been there with the team. I doubt exactly he may play. Who can replace KSB? Because we don't have any replacement at this moment. Do you think exactly any replacement we have for KSB at this moment? Because Ishan is not
no,
playing anywhere.
no, I know,
Ishan
that's
is
why.
not playing anywhere, and we don't have any kind of ready-made wicket keeper who can debut and can make runs. Because out of the first class, we don't have much choices.
So I don't think there is a need for a replacement. Like for example, KL Rahul was the toast. Everybody was roasting him on Twitter in the first ODI or second ODI just before the World Cup when India played the 3-match ODI series. KL Rahul was dropping. He wasn't able to collect the ball, but he came back very strongly. So India
Yeah, in the
generally
final also we
backs
saw
play.
he's tumbling the balls. He's not able to catch. So that's a different part altogether.
So
So
okay, 1 or 2 matches here and there, I don't think makes so much of a difference.
only problem is that when what is that match? That's it.
No, it doesn't matter. It's. I don't think it's. I was not feeling so disappointed when India lost the final also, because we
No,
had done
that
our
is
bit,
not
man.
reaching to the final is a big
Winning,
deal.
correct, winning all so many games together, and uh, having a team that basically had ready replacements for whatever we had. I think it was a great effort by the team management. Similarly, I see that the team management backs players, so I don't think they'll do these knee-jerk reactions just to drop KS Bharat. If it's one more test where you're seeing that mentally he's not in the right space, then they might look at Dhruv Jurel to give him an opportunity. But if it's a good good batting wicket, I think it's an opportunity for KS Bharat, like Shreyas Iyer, to also come into form.
Okay,
And at this
fine.
point, I'm sorry guys, I need to take leave. It was nice. It was my, I think, first time on Crick Chatter. Thanks, Vallabh, Saurabh, Nikhil, for the opportunity. Catch you guys soon.
Anytime.
Thank you.
Second
Thank you.
time,
I think we'll see you again in most of the lives because we have planned for WPL and all under 19 World Cup as well as the IPL things and all. And we know who can be the better than your memory for the CSK. I still remember how you cheated us in cricket.com contest. So I was and I remember the way you told I don't watch match, I don't do this. Dude, this guy here to those commentary and saying this match, that match, and won the. Come on, you are a liar. On a live, I'm telling you, are a cheater. But again, congratulations for the second.
The way you said cheater, it reminds me of that annoying voice that Kajal had in Kuch Kuch Hota Hai, where you say, "You are a cheater."
See the memory. See the guy's memory. He's remember the 20 years old, 24-year-old movie. It says
We all
the
remember 1998, man. It's a very famous year, 1998, famous for so many other things. Yeah, Sachin Tendulkar and 1998 is an everlasting memory. But yeah, on that note,
nice, nice.
good.
Thank you, Karthik,
See
for
you,
the
see you
time.
guys. Yeah,
Do
see you
take
around.
care. Do take
Bye.
care. Bye.
Bye.
So we are also going to wrap up in a 5 minutes time. So we all three are here. So I'm going to ask the same question to you. That as the second, we know exactly second test we won. Congratulations to all of us, all of the fans. How we see we are going to the third, fourth, and fifth test because the final team can be what I got to know that in next 3-4 days or 2 or 3 days we will have official after fifth day. We'll have that team selection meeting, I think. So, do you see any kind of changes? I'm starting with Vallabh because Vallabh is waiting to say something. So, Vallabh, tell me exactly. On a third day, do you think exactly that for the third, fourth, and fifth days, you're seeing any kind of changes in the overall team?
Not exactly. Until Kohli is back in the test, I don't think there should be any major changes because we have won a test. The team should be on some confidence. We should have some momentum. We got a 10-day break, which is good for a practice. And I don't think we should look past KSB right now because Bharat has been middling the balls, but very disappointed with the wickets. But yeah, I don't think there should be any major changes going forward because we got the momentum. We fielded well today. We were aggressive on the field. We were proactive. There were moments when we thought we are going to lose the match. We were maybe tensed when England were hitting, but yeah, we are back. And as Karthik also said, there should be a long run for Mukesh if they are seeing him as the option. And yeah, no major changes. Only one particular makes way for Rahul if he's back because of the pecking order and the confidence they have on the current setup.
Great. Nikhil bhai?
Yes, my answer is pretty much the same. Don't expect any changes. Not in the overall squad. Baki, if both of them are coming back, then they'll probably have to take a probably stronger or a harsh call. I don't know which race because whether you want to not play KL Rahul is your call. If Virat is also back, so again that is something we can only speculate at this point of time. So majorly, I think as Karthik also said, my biggest not even concern. My biggest point that I look forward to is who replaces Mukesh and how they use him. Because first test Siraj got 11 overs, second test Mukesh bowled 12. So hopefully the next striker वो सिर्फ 13 overs नहीं डालेगा and he'll be part of the game a lot more because you've seen already because if the pitches are good and Rajkot usually is good, so you will need a bowler that you can trust, and they will have to trust more people because every game Bumrah can't do a lot of bowling. We have to be very very careful with him also. We cannot burn him out or just go back to him every time we need a wicket. So looking forward to also Ashwin coming good. I think 2 tests are enough time for him to do the homework, and now he has 10 days to revise. So I'm looking forward to
We
that
shall
also
wait
happening.
for his YouTube channel.
Yeah, see, whichever way, as long as the homework is done, the wickets are coming. So that is that. I don't think unless there is an injury, there should be a major change. If Mukesh goes out for Jadeja for Rajkot's test, I will not be surprised because again, experience played a lot there, and it gives India an option to try. But again, we are only speculating now. It's unlikely to happen.
Yes, nice. So,
Saurabh, just a quick question to you because last time in preview and reviews you have told you need Mukesh Kumar you need Mukesh Kumar in the team. He has not met the expectations. What do you feel from your perspective that went bad with Mukesh?
no, I think exactly that. Yes, he didn't. As per my expectations, that what I think exactly he should have been done, he didn't do it. Might be possible he's one of the first tests in India, and he's a new guy, matlab, new guy to the team. So for somewhere down the line, I think need to settle down with the tone of the team also required. And sometimes we think that few people need little bit more time. I think Mukesh Kumar is a great asset, and if he play the third test match, especially in the uh, especially with what do you say, Rajkot wicket, and
Hmm.
the way he can actually seam. I love Mukesh Kumar's seam movements. So because his line and on Eddie is pretty good. Might be possible because again the same thing what Nikhil Bhai has told and everybody told that Bazball. I think somewhere down the line Bazball also has affect his liner length because the way I saw him bowling in West Indies and uh, and in South Africa, I was really impressed. And he has played. He is the only pace bowler who played recently first class matches last year
Right.
2023. That's why on the basis of that I wanted him to play, and he did a good job. Even I heard that last 3 overs where he took the wicket, he did a good line. He got a good line length. Perhaps he's a bowler who loves to do 6-7 overs continuous bowling, and sometimes is a diesel engine kind of player he is. So it's okay. I would love to give him more chances. Than Siraj. There's nothing called Siraj can't do it. But somewhere down the line, I think exactly Siraj is playing too much of cricket. Also, short. He's coming from white ball cricket to test match cricket and all. Siraj is an amazing red ball bowler. I always believed in person with my personal capacity. So I think because somewhere down the line, uh, Boom will get an off from test match in this 5 test match series, and Siraj and Mukesh will open the ball. what I feel personally in the fourth or fifth test mostly, because if they're not adding any kind of additional bowler, because you're not going to giving a test debut to Adesh Khan for sure. He's not ready for test debut, and I'm not finding any kind of, because Shami is out, and I'm not finding any kind of Krishna is not here. So I doubt exactly anybody is here that who can replace at this moment 3-4 players. Might be possible in coming days or and the post IPL or post few matches we will get to know who are the next set of Indian seam bowler who will come. But in this test matches we don't have much options. Like we don't have much options in spinner and the batting lineups. So ठीक है, that is the ले
Right.
आ गया हमारा fake life is a question. How do you see Avish's future in test? He was in the squad in the South Africa and now in the series also. Give the
Nikhil
answer,
bhai.
Nikhil bhai.
Nish, I think the point here is we have you will see people being tried, not probably versus England. At this point of time, when your main senior players are at times struggling to have the right plans, I don't think England is the time to test. But definitely in the coming test matches that you have at home, I'm pretty sure that's where you'll probably see. I'm not saying you'll rest Ashwin, but you'll have to start looking for somebody else also as an option or the next person to take care of that role that Ashwin does, because he's 37 and he should get 500 wickets by the should get more than 520 or hopefully by the end of this series. So all that Saurabh Kumar, more of all the options that you want to try, whether it is pace or spin, everything after
Washington.
this England series. Yeah, after everything after this England series, unless you get ranked turners, I don't see Sundar also getting in. So let's see how that works out.
Yeah, because even Sundar's first class records are not that amazing. He played some players are not meant to be for the first class or the domestic matches we have seen in the past also. But again, if you are keeping a very high expectation from Washington Sundar, then it's a big problem for him also, because
Slightly off topic, but I really want Shams Mulani debut soon for India.
no,
Oh,
sounds
100%. I'm sure he will be part of the setup. But again, at this point of time, we are only speculating who are in their plans. So let the
yes,
squads come out once, and then maybe we can have a detailed discussion whether in
yes,
terms of
we will do
who
the
all can replace who.
review of the same. We will do the review of the same. Fine, guys. Then I think this is the time to wrap up, because second test has been done well. Third test ke liye we can
We'll be
speculate, because so many things are there. KS Bharat is there. Position of KS Bharat, position of Iyer. Because when second test started, people started, like me also have been told that, and thought, not the told, thought that Gill should go to the first class. I still believe that. And Iyer should play more first class matches before the test, because the way his mindset is getting out in the 20s and 30s, throwing his wickets, because in test matches you always don't get an opportunity. So in
and
that
it was a good catch by Stokes also. Let's appreciate the fielding of it.
see, quite obvious it is that we have appreciated India's fielding in the second test match, not in the first. So if somebody has done good
Yeah.
job, we have to accept it and we have to appreciate it. So thank you so much for the today's time, guys, and we will again come back when the third when the team selection will be done for the third test onwards. We'll come and review the team with same your Vallabh and Nikhil bhai, and I think we will have few more our guests. So till then, good night. Bye bye.
Yes.